Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm getting ready to go for a ride, and I'm trying to remember all the things everybody told me that I would need when I started riding my Goldwing. Let's see, I need to make sure I take my Geritol, which I've got that. I need to make sure I take my arthritis cream, which I've got that. I need to make sure I have an AED device, which I got that. And I need to make sure that I have my New Balance white shoes on. I got that. Oh, look, what was left. All right, so here she is, 2021 Goldwing. I was asked to do a walk around on this bike, which I have not done. Talk about it a little bit, and that's what I intend on doing. So, as we all well know, Goldwing is synonymous for comfort, innovation. Man, it's one of those bikes that everybody knows the name of Goldwing. I'll tell you, this was a hard decision to make, to trade Daphne Blakey and a bike that I really enjoyed and buy this. But right now I will tell you that so far it's been worth it. So let's just start out with the basics. As far as your tires go, you got an 18-inch front with a 130 on it. Dual disc brakes, great stopping power. It has link braking system. Come back here, and it's kind of funny because you really have to look at that rear tire to appreciate the size of it. But it's a 200 series rear tire, 16-inch rear wheel with a 200 series tire. It has the wishbone. I believe when I read it's a Showa wishbone suspension on it. If I can show you, but down in here, see if we can get in there and look at it. If you look at the piston, I'm gonna point in this area. You look right there and right there. So when you're riding that wishbone, you'll see it. It'll sit here and go up and down. I read that the suspension will adjust itself. Don't know how true that is. I need to research that before I put it in this video. Now, of course, it is the fixed front fairing, which, for those of you who don't know, the fairing is not mounted to the bars. So when I move the bars, you see the bars move, but the fairing stays stationary, which has been on all kinds of bikes. Your road glides have it. A lot of sport bikes have it. The headlights are LED lights. They're nice and bright. I've used them at night. As you know, on Daphne Blake, I had fog lights. I will put fog lights on this bike just because. The turn signals are right here integrated in the mirror. They're nice and bright. Speaking of the mirrors, you have a very good surface area in the mirrors that I really like. The grips feel a little small to me. They're real thin. That might be something I'll work on changing out. The saddlebags. So, in order for you to do anything, you have to have this key, your little key fob right here. Okay, if you don't have that, nothing works. See the saddlebags? They have a decent amount of space. Of course, there's your button for your saddlebags, and when you close them, you got to make sure you do it with some oomph, because they will not latch. That's one thing that kind of bugged me. Here's your button right there. They actuate nice and smooth. Don't have much in this one. I've got, of course, the owner's manual and stuff, because hey, I don't know anything about this bike yet, but got to shut them good and tight. So the seat, I did 550 miles on this seat. It's nice and smooth. A lot of space on the passenger seat. I added this passenger backrest, and I didn't film it the day that I got it. This is kind of a pain in the ass because you have to take this plastic piece off, which you see these two covers here. These pop off. I'm not gonna pop them off, but these two pop off, and you have two bolts under here you have to take out. Then you have two clips that sit up here and up here. Now here's the thing that Honda did that really pissed me off. You take this off, then there's a U-shaped bracket in there. Okay, you have to take that U-shaped bracket, they have you drill 2 holes, then you have to cut the center of it out. When you cut the center out, it makes room for this to fit. Okay, and I was like, a plastic bracket, and then I have to cut the center of it out and drill holes. They could have done a way better design as far as how to do it yourself. Now the seat itself, my wife loves it. It's not very high, but it's wide. She said she felt plenty comfortable on the seat. She said it was very wide, very comfortable. The stock seat feels really good. I'll tell you right now, I really like the stock seat. Power wise, you heard me say in my other video that I think it's faster than the Valkyrie. I'm not gonna stick with that. I'm gonna say it's as fast. It is the flat 6-cylinder motor. Same as the Valkyrie, only this is the 1833cc version. It feels refined. I hate to say it that way, but it really does. It feels like it has much more refinement on it, and a ton of power. And that's probably because of the ride modes, which I'm gonna go into in just a minute. It is shaft driven, just like the Valkyrie was. Comes with passenger footboards, which my wife really liked. The rider pegs are the same as I had on the Valkyrie. I may change them out, but they were comfortable. I will say I'm going to throw on a set of the Rivco flip out pegs, because you need highway pegs, and you really need a rider backrest because that mid position is kind of tight. I love the color. I love the paint because they did this flat looking like a tactical gray and black, and they threw the orange in, which made accents. The orange, the minute I saw it, I named the bike Velma Dinkley. The Valkyrie was named Daphne Blake because of the blue, and she was beautiful. The orange made me think of Velma Dinkley because this bike reminds me of like kind of a nerdy hot chick that knows a lot. It can do a lot of things, and this bike is pretty versatile and can do a lot of things. So I'm super impressed. I did add a cup holder for some water because it's hot and I was thirsty. So let's look at the gauges, because that's something I want to show you. I'm going to go ahead and turn the bike on and let it run. Got a very quiet exhaust note, but we'll go through that. One thing this bike has going for it, the same thing Indian has, is you have your retractable windshield, which is awesome. Really helped out with my microphone. Super, super cool. Really enjoyed it. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but it's really awesome. Now, you have a boatload of buttons here. You have your home button, which will take your screen back to home. And then you can navigate while you're standing here go through all, there's your audio source, your navigation, your phone, vehicle setting, audio settings. You look over here, it shows your ABS light stays on until you get going. But if you look down there, it's even showing you, hey, dumbass, kickstand's down. I'm currently in tour mode, but you can toggle between tour. There's sport, it'll flash, and it'll go to that. When you're parked, it'll flash and go right to it. There's econ mode for economy when you get low on gas mileage. There's rain mode, which gives you more stability. I will tell you, tour mode is what I stayed in on my trip. Tour mode still has good throttle response. It's really nice. The sport mode is like, the throttle is just crazy touchy, it's crazy fast. It was actually really nice in sport mode as to just how much power this bike actually has. Of course, you have your trip meter over here with the air temperature, with the mileage, and then your range, navigation, and you hit the info button. Of course, you have my Bluetooth down there. Let's go. When you hit info the second time, you'll see there's my miles per gallon right down there, and my average fuel consumption on trip A. You can select and switch trips or go back. Like right now, my trip will stay up. It's got so many things on it that I haven't even toyed with yet that are just amazing to me. Did that 530-mile trip this weekend because it had 0 miles on it when I got it. I'll try to get the camera here. Maybe you'll be able to hear it. Yeah, it's got that typical Goldwing exhaust note on it. I'm going to throw a set of the TBR Competition Series pipes on it to give it some more grunt, because it is quiet. Like I said, it's got so many different settings. It's amazing. This whole cockpit area, as far as comfort, as far as feeling the wind or anything, this bike really has got your rider in mind. The bars are comfortable. You get used to them. You have what I think is cool. Let me tilt this a little bit. But you've got a little storage compartment here where you see my phone's in there. I got some gum in there. My phone charges the entire time that I'm riding, so I don't have to worry about my phone being dead. For getting gas on it, which I thought was hilarious, the salesman said, man, the first thing I got to show you is how to get gas, because I don't want you getting lost. So you have a button here. When you push that button, this door comes open. There's a little fuel latch right there. There's where your fuel tank is. And when you take the seat off, you actually see there's fuel. Your fuel tank's underneath the seat, which is crazy. But yeah, here it is, 2021 Goldwing non-tour, standard non-tour. Beautiful bike. I really can't say anything negative about the bike. Like I said, I got asked about, well, how much, it's probably way heavier than the Valkyrie. Really, it's not. I think they list this bike at like $785. It feels lighter. I know that's stupid. The Valkyrie was $750, but this bike feels lighter. It's easier. I can grab this bike and manhandle it around, walking around my garage with no issues. It's just crazy how much lighter the bike feels. I know that doesn't make sense, but it really does feel lighter, even though it's got more to it. So if I'm being honest, after that trip this weekend and riding it, I think I made a very wise choice. Hey, what's up, y'all? Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon to get notifications when the shit show gets rolling again. So there's your walk around of the 2021 Goldwing that I didn't do before. I was really excited when I got the bike, and I was nervous and I had to get to work, so I just sort of jumped and rode on the bike and got home. Then I jumped on it, rode 530 something miles for the Texas Motovlog meetup, and you know what better way to learn a bike. But hey, I will say one thing. I've heard all this talk about Goldwings for old guys and Goldwings are for posers. Okay, so I'm taking the Goldwings back and saying, hey, there's some badasses that ride Goldwings, because I'm a badass and I ride a Goldwing, and I'm not a poser and I'm not some little punk. So let me say this for all you Goldwing owners: hey, we're stand up. We're not just we're hardcore riders. We're not a bunch of little sissies like they say. We're real men. Remember that. You ride a Goldwing, you're a real man. You've got a set of balls to jump on a Goldwing. Remember that, okay? Now, I want you guys to have a great day. Let's try not to be assholes to each other, and I'll see y'all next time.